Hi, this is a video to show Adveti teachers how to edit bi-weekly reports for sponsored students. So the reporting system is used for student support. The idea is that all the teachers collaborate and build a reporting system so that we can highlight where students are having problems and help them where is needed. It's bi-weekly, which means every 2 weeks, not 2 times every week. This is because people want weekly reports mainly, but I find that by the time the teachers have submitted them and the action has been taken by other people on the report, then the week has already concluded, and so you start getting behind the time. So 2 weeks just allows that little window for action to be taken. The report system is not that detailed. It's quite general for each week that you're reporting, but over the 16 weeks or whatever of the term, it builds a story, it builds more detail over the year, over the term, so you can see how the student has developed or not and what help has been given. It's data driven, so we use the information from Blackboard, from assessments, from banner and attendance, and we use this to inform our reports. It increases accountability, not just for the teachers. So teachers are responsible for their students and their performance, but you also have 3 or 4 teachers teaching students. So which course is causing the problem for the students to pass? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it all of the courses? It increases accountability for management because they should look at the reports and take action on the students that are not performing. So it shares the accountability there. But also for students who have had action taken on them and not responded in any way to it, then it actually raises the accountability of the student and makes them more accountable for their lack of change in terms of people trying to provide them support and not changing at all. For student and intervention and discipline, it actually provides a record of what managers, what student services did, because when students actually get removed for attendance or discipline reasons, this actually shows all the record of when it happened and how it happened. It's a sponsor request, so our students are paid salaries to attend if they have a sponsor, and those people who pay their salaries want to know what their students are doing, so it's a good record to present to them if they ever request it. And you should know that the notes on the documents are not shared outside the team. They can be used to inform a report, but generally speaking, it's something that is just for the people who use the reports to work with. Okay, so here's explanation of how it works. We use Microsoft Teams. It's a shared file in Microsoft Teams. The teachers and the managers are the members of the team. My advice is to edit within Excel on the Teams and edit your box only. Obviously, if it's a shared document, you can edit other people's as well, but focus on yours. Don't make big whole changes, just focus on the ones you're doing. If you share a course, so for example, if there's 2 English teachers or 2 engineering teachers, we need to identify which teacher should do the report, but you should always communicate together. And it needs to be submitted at the end of week 2, 4, 6, and 8. And as you go through the term, it would be probably action taken the week after. So if you didn't get it done by the Friday, you would have the weekend to complete any notes that needed to be done. So I'll show you how it works. Here it is in Teams. I've created a team here called Diploma GHQ. I've put it in Files, and here is the folder. And here is the spreadsheet, so you would click on that. You can click here and download it, but like I say, if someone else is editing it at the same time, then they'll lose their information when you re-upload it, or problems can happen. My advice is to keep it within Teams. When you look at the spreadsheet, you will see a tab per student. We did used to do reports that were whole class, but it kind of got a bit confusing after a while and it doesn't tell enough detail. My advice is to keep the tabs in alphabetical order, don't move them up and down the bottom. There is old data put on the top. That should be put in by managers or shared with a teacher to put in there. You will have a drop-down comment of just high, medium or low. You need to choose one of those three. You need to add notes, but very brief notes, mainly for low students. You might want to put notes if you feel there's a building issue, but they're not quite that problem. But if there is a low issue, they're doing badly on your course, you probably need to put notes so that we know why they're doing badly. My advice is to avoid any emotive language. So don't share your feelings. This student is annoying me. You need to keep it professional and what is the cause of their problem. You should include initials and a date if you put a note so that we know who wrote that comment. For any data on attendance, you should ask student services for an updated report. And assessment data, you'll know your student's assessment data and you should add that as it goes through. That provides the bricks that show how the students, if the student's not performed for 6 weeks and you've said that, and then their assessment data shows they got 100%, then there's something going on and we need to figure out what. So you need to put all that data in when you get it. Okay, so here is an example of a report. It looks like this. We have the weeks down the side. We have the student name at the top, some old data, and here is the area for the notes. Now, if you want to flick between the tabs, you click on here and you can see the other students in the class, so you can click on the other ones. I'm going to focus on a student called Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm keeping it confidential so that we don't put any information about a student that's not fair. So for Cristiano Ronaldo, we can see that he has, I'll just make it a little bigger for the video. We can see that he has 700 on his MSAT. His old attendance was not good. He almost got FA. And I can see that in general, he's doing okay on the course. So he's got C's and B's, but he failed his English here. Okay. So I'm gonna do a note as his English teacher. So there is engineering, English and maths. So I'm going to just change the English teacher for week 3 and 4. There's a drop down. I'm going to say that things are low now. If you want, you can type the letter and it will come up that way. Or you can copy it as well and it will move into the next one like that. Okay, his attendance at the moment, I've got it from student services, is 5%. He hasn't done any assessments, so I'm going to leave that for now. Strengths, I'm going to say speaking and presentation skills high. Remember to add an initial and the date. For the next column, I need to add the weaknesses. So what's causing the weakness? Well, the weakness is that he does no writing. No writing submitted, low effort in class. Okay, then I'm going to say that he didn't do his homework. Now, homework is a shared one depending on who does it. His participation is low. His behavior is okay. So the difference between participation and behavior: participation is do they do the work. He's not doing the work in the class, he's not doing it at home, but he's not causing a problem with anyone in the class, so his behavior is medium. So the notes, I'm going to add 3 homeworks given, but non-completed, not completing quizzes in class on Blackboard. Again, my initials and the date. And the idea is that the managers, when they take a look at this, should take a look and add a comment and say verbal warning or first written warning or something like that, and monitor for next week. Okay, and then over the term that will build up and we'll see a report showing information. So hopefully next week the student will improve and we'll see as it goes along as the term progresses. Okay, so that's the reporting system. Good luck with it. Hope it works out.